Riding in the city can be very intimidating, but practicing this is going to help you overcome those fears. The most fears that a lot of people have is riding in traffic and stop and go. And using, especially if you're a new rider, using that clutch and using the throttle and your brakes to take off. The best way to do it is find you an open parking lot like this, and you're just going to practice cruising around. You're going to practice those stop and goes, using that friction zone in these turns and adding a steady throttle. So let's practice it. So as we take off, we're just going to come into that friction zone. We're going to take off, and then we're just going to come to a stop, practicing using those brakes and coming to a nice stop, and then we can take off again. And then we're going to come to a stop right here, and we're going to pretend like we're going to take a right turn right here. So we would turn on our turn signal. We're going to make sure traffic is good, look at where we want to go, counterbalancing that bike, coming through that friction zone, coming on around, and then we can come to another stop. As easy as that. And then we're going to come into that friction zone again as we add throttle. And then we're going to come on up here to our next stop, and we're just going to come to a nice good control stop using about 70% front, 30% rear, making sure everything is good. Look where we want to go. Coming to that friction zone, steady throttle and powering it out. We're going to go ahead and turn in here. And then to gain confidence more, you can gain some speed and then practice on coming to a stop very quickly. And then we're going to turn here. Let's say, oh, there's a car coming and we got to stop quickly. We're just pretending, right? We're just practicing. And then we can practice taking off faster. The more you practice this, the more confident you're going to get, and the more you're going to get used to that friction zone and also using your brakes. You never want to grab those brakes. You want to squeeze them in. So coming up through here, pulling that clutch and squeeze it in. We're not grabbing, we're squeezing. Making sure the coast is clear, coming it out into that friction zone, pulling through, and coming on around. The key is to practice, y'all. You can practice for absolutely any and every situation that you could think of that's going to make you more confident rider, and therefore you're going to be a more safer rider.